So Final Cut Pro has finally come out on the iPad and I've been using it. My thoughts, well, I think it should be called First Cut Lite and not Final Cut Pro. So let me show you why. Firstly, you open it and here's a project, one of my own personal TikToks that I've been trying to edit. The first thing you see here is me trying to use the new green screen filter. I expected it to be at least as good as the TikTok one, which has been out for about 2 years and works amazingly. And this Apple version looks absolutely horrible. I mean, look at that cutout. It looks worse than my own rotoscoping. The second thing you might notice is that I'm not using my usual titles, and that's because I don't have access to plugins. Now, you might say that it doesn't really matter because it's just the first version of Final Cut, but I say any content creator worth their salt is using plugins, because your videos have to be branded. You need to have your own style, and this simply does not allow you to have your own titles. So it's basically useless. I can't use Final Cut on the iPad to deliver a final product. And at that point, what's the point of this product? And something else is, I've been trying out some of their pre-made titles and they're all just as horrible as each other. I mean, this explains it all. Something else is, I have my distinctive LUTs for the, which are basically filters for the videos. And as you can see here, I'm not using it. This might be excusable if color correction was any good, but unfortunately, it isn't. So here are the color correction tools, and as you can see, it looks basically like Apple Photos on your iPhone. Usually you'd have 3 color wheels, so you could change absolutely everything, but over here I can change basically nothing, and you can't even see what you're doing because this viewer here is absolutely tiny and I can't really do much about it. In Premiere or Final Cut on the desktop, you can set this viewer to take up the right or left of your screen, so it fills your screen much better. But here it's so small, I can't see anything. I personally like using the RGB parade so I can see what each channel is doing, but here it's all mixed together and I can't cope with it. All these filters are absolutely hideous. All the transitions are absolutely hideous. I love using compound clips on the Macs, so when your timeline gets a bit messy, you can group it into a folder and hide all the complicated stuff away. This has been a feature for 10+ years and yet it's missing. There's no adjustment layers, so you can't just put a layer on the top and just adjust that and have everything change underneath. That is missing. All your favorite iMovie effects from back in the day, or the titles or the funny sound clips, they're gone, and that was one of the best things about Final Cut. Very often I put pictures over as overlay like this, and I have my distinctive border. I can't do that here, not even a simple border, and sending it to the Mac is difficult, and you can't edit off an external drive, so you have to import everything onto your iPad, and my iPad isn't the largest capacity, so it's going to become a problem if I decide to use this as an editing machine. It's very difficult for me to imagine who could possibly use this apart from people who are using iMovie before. So is this Final Cut Pro? No, it isn't. It's iMovie, not even iMovie Pro. Let me know your thoughts, and thanks for listening.